Nakita po natin kanina na narating tayo sa pang-apat na tatak o pang-apat na selyo, the fourth seal. English. Okay.
We have listener from US.
So we finished after the fourth horseman of the apocalypse, followed by the first trumpet.
Amen.
We saw that the seven seals, the seven trumpets, and the seven bowls are not thoroughly sequential in order. So it's not after seven seals there will be seven trumpets, and after seven trumpets there will be seven bowls. No? Where did we get that idea? Because we saw that after the sixth seal, we read in Revelation 6:14b that every mountain and island were moved out of their places. That is after the sixth seal. And then in Revelation 6:21, 6:20 up to 21, after the sixth bowl, we read that every island fled away and the mountains were not found. So, the mountains and islands were moved out of their places and then returned again, and then they fled away again after the sixth bowl. So, it appears that these two events are consecutive in nature. One after another, they go together. The sixth seal and the sixth bowl. Okay, so after the let's go back to the fourth horse. For the benefit of those who came late, we saw that the 10 horse in the Greek original is not really 10 horse, because in the Greek original it is hippos chloros. Hippos chloros, which means hippos horse, chloros green is in chlorophyll. So the 10 horse really is green horse. And what is the meaning of green horse? So if we look at the flags of all the nations in the world today, we see that the common denominator of the color green in the flags of all the countries in the world today, Muslim countries mostly have the green element in their flags. For instance, the flag of Libya, the flag of Saudi Arabia, the flag of the Palestinians, the flag of Iraq, the flag of Iran, etc., Mauritania, Morocco, they all have the green color in their flags. So it looks like the pale horse represents the Muslim countries, or even the Muslim terrorists, the suicide bombers that we read in the newspapers. Okay, so go to the, can we go to the verse? So, for the fourth verse, Revelation 6, 7 to 8. Revelation 6, 7 to 8. And when he had opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth beast saying, Come and see. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, or green horse. And his name that sat on him was Death. And hell followed with him, and power was given unto him over the fourth part of the earth. So, the fourth horseman will bring about widespread death in the world. So, and power was given unto him over the fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword, war, with hunger, famine, and with death, pestilences, and with the beasts of the earth. So, this is a parallel in Matthew 24 when Christ was asked about the sign of his return. So, we read in Matthew 24:45, many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ. So, that corresponds to the white horse. And there will be wars and nations against nation and kingdom against kingdom. That is the red horse war. And there will be famines. Black horse, shortages and famines. And the pale horse, Matthew 24, 6 to 7, pestilences. Now it says here in the verse that authority and power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth. The pale horse and the rider of the pale horse, referred to by the word them. The fourth part of the earth means four things. First, they represent 1/4 of the world population. When the population of the world was 6 million, the number of the Muslims worldwide was 1.4 billion. And it was still rising, so their number was almost 1/4 of the world population. So, the second meaning of the fourth part is land area. Muslims occupy 1/4, approximately 1/4 of the land, the occupied land, except the Antarctica. They live in 1/4 of the land of the earth. The third meaning is that they will rule the earth. Because earth is about 3/4 water and 1/4 land. So, it implies, the verse implies that they will be the rulers of the earth. And the fourth meaning of the fourth part is that they will have the power to kill 1/4 of the world population. So, yun po ang, that's what the verse implies. Or connotes. So, we go on to the first trumpet. Okay, can we go to Revelation 8:7? Just scroll down, please. Revelation 8:7. Okay. The first angel sounded, and there followed hail and fire mingled with blood, and they were cast upon the earth, and the third part of trees was burnt up, and all green grass was burnt up. So, the book of Revelation is a book of prophecy filled with symbols. And so these are symbols. Hail, fire, blood, earth, trees, green grass, these are all symbols. We have looked up the, the meanings of this earlier this afternoon. And as I was saying before, in this Bible study, we are letting the Bible interpret the Bible. We are allowing scriptures to explain scriptures. Like Paul said in Romans 1:20, Peter, 1 Peter 1:20, he said that prophecy is of no private interpretation. So we are allowing the Bible to explain itself. We are getting the meanings of the symbols from the scriptures themselves. So what is the meaning of hail? We have seen that earlier. We have seen that in Isaiah 28 to 17, Ezekiel 13:13, and Job 38:22-23. So hail means destruction from the Lord, the anger, the wrath of the Lord on evildoers, on evil men. So what is the meaning of fire? We have seen that the meaning of fire is destruction from Deuteronomy 4:24, from Amos 5:6, from 2 Thessalonians 1:8. So what's the meaning of blood? Blood means death. No, we have looked up the meaning of death earlier, and that means the death of many people. And earth. We have seen that earth is the counterpart of sea. In sea, in Revelation 13 and 17, the sea, defined as many waters, represent many peoples, many tongues, many languages, many nations. So, we have seen that the sea represents the old world, a region of the world with many countries, many languages, many peoples, no? The old world. So, if the sea means a region of the world with many people, then earth, the opposite of sea, is a place with few people. So, what's this region? It appears that earth represents the new lands discovered during the age of exploration, North and South America. And today, what is the most prominent country in the old world? It is the European Union. EU. And what is the most prominent country in the New World? It is now the US. So if we go back to the first trumpet, with these meanings, I forgot to mention the meaning of the word grass. No? The word grass, as we have seen earlier in Psalm 37, 1-2, Psalm 92, 7, and Luke 12, 28, the word grass means evildoers, no? And wicked people. Now, the verse emphasizes that the grass is green. We know that all grasses are green. But the writer, or John the Beloved, who wrote the book of Revelation, seems to stress the word green. So these are not just wicked people. It looks like they are, Islamic wicked people. I'm sorry. So, okay, we can now, we took knowledge about the symbols. We can now reward the prophecy. And the first angel sounded, and there followed hail, fire, destruction, accompanied with blood or death. No? And they were cast upon the United States, the US, the earth, and the third part of trees, the trees we saw earlier represent the kings of Assyria, Babylon, and Egypt, who were the enemies and conquerors of Israel. So, and they were cast upon the earth, the US, and the third part of trees, meaning the third part of Muslim nations. And all Hindus, all the wicked, evil-doing Muslims are burnt up or destroyed. That is the meaning, those are the meanings that we get from the Bible for these symbols. Okay, this is followed closely by the first bowl, which we read about in Revelation 16:2. Can we go to Revelation 16:2? Sister Gerald. And the first went and poured out his vial or bowl upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and hideous sword upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image. So after the angel with the first bowl pours down the contents of his bowl on the US, the inhabitants or the people residing in the US, in the New World, will develop grievous sores on their persons. No? This suggests very strongly that they will be attacked with anthrax. It is a disease of cattle, wherein the cattle and those people who are infected with anthrax grow sores, pestering sores on their bodies, which do not heal. Okay, that is the first bowl. And then, after that, the series of events is followed by the second trumpet, which we read about in Revelation 8:8-9. Can we go to Revelation 8:8-9? Very much. Okay. Sam, huli lang Panginoon.
I said to Pastor not to speak English because we have listener on US. Mother from Ohio, USA. So I hope you understand because he cannot understand Tagalog. So we will speak English, Mother Jerry.
Okay, thank you. Good evening. Good evening to all the listeners, the viewers. I am so much obligated to share to you English. Actually, this is part of this time's for special revelation. So, being a missionary on the field, the only thing that I've been doing when I was there, I just listened to those CDs, tapes from Brother Francis' message to the others, reviewing all those messages that I haven't heard while I'm away. So that's one part of what we call how God's dealing with me on that side. So I'm very thankful that every time that I'm listening to those CDs, God's talking with me. And I still remember all those my lousy days during the time for almost 10 years that I'm sitting with Brother Francis Ministry. We are a big, what we call a battle, seesaw battle.